Hello, this is Lisa Russick and Misty Lore, and this is the podcast We Are All Psychic. And Misty, do you think we're all psychic still?
I do, Lisa. Lisa, do you think that we're all still psychic?
I do still think that, and it's a very interesting question, even though you've asked it to me before.
Hmm.
Because if I still think we're all psychic, it implies I can change my mind.
Right.
So, will I? Is it kind of stamped that I will change my mind or I won't change? Is there destiny involved with me believing we're all psychic?
Stay tuned to find out. You never know. One day I could be like, you know what, Lisa? Do you
You
think
just
we're all
dropped the mic
psychic?
and it cracked me up so hard.
I do that. And you could just
That's
be
why I
like,
couldn't
oh,
think of
we're
anything to say. You had me just like,
all. Sorry, listeners, I can make some pretty funny faces and I can't
no,
help.
she said what you said just cracked me up so, and I don't know, just cracked. I couldn't come back with it. I couldn't get it out of my mouth because I was trying not to laugh. And I couldn't.
Uh,
Oh, you just got me good.
that's all
Um,
right.
Now was that meant to happen,
Yeah.
or was that an accident?
No, it was meant to happen.
Meant to happen. What does that mean?
Yes. It means it's your destiny.
Your
Destiny.
destiny. Did you hear my phone do that? My phone
I
says
did. That was destiny.
that
It's
was a.
calling. Destiny calling.
Let's see who that was. It'd be interesting.
Destiny.
Is it Destiny that this person would interrupt the podcast and remind me to turn off? Yes, I'll mute it. Okay, it was work. So, so listeners, this is an audio podcast, and Missy's had an interesting day that's been rough, and I've had a very interesting day that's been pretty cool. And but it's given me some thinking about what about free will and destiny. What is Are they both happening? Is it something that can happen simultaneously, or some things destined and some aren't, and are some things free will and some aren't? How much free will do we have? Where do you lie on this? Where do you stand on this, Misty?
Gosh. It's so hard because a part of me, I'm all for destiny. Like, I am such a believer that everything happens for a reason and that, even the flip of a pillow means something, you know.
Hey,
And then the other part of me is like, but if I shall to take this road instead of this road, it will be a different destiny. So I think that I do believe in destiny, but I think we can have different roads to take us different places in destiny. If that makes any sense.
yes, that makes sense. You know what you're saying is kind of what I feel too, but I've never put it into words like you just did. It's like you make your own destiny. It's like
Right.
you could have all these destinies and you make which one you choose which one through your
Right.
many choices.
And it's still destiny, but it's just a different one.
So is time and just are we existing in time, and time is actually just a big stamp in something that we don't understand. Like I
I
feel like
think so.
we're in time and it gives us a feeling of destiny and why things happen.
Yes.
And the things happen in time and when experienced out of order, especially if someone dies and then you see them, you
Hmm.
know.
Right.
Stuff like
Right.
that, big things happen out of order. um and I mean, and it begs the question as well. I mean, with you, on that, because it seems like we have a lot of free will. I could just punch my computer right now. um I choose not to. I mean, there's nothing in me that wants me to punch my computer whatsoever. I love this computer, and my free will is never going to have me punch this computer. you know?
Unless.
Oh, she's going to scenario me. Unless Misty says, I stole your boyfriend. I stole your boyfriend. Stop.
He's gonna punch my face in the computer.
Yeah. So I was
See?
saying,
Destiny.
Destiny.
Hmm. But no,
Oh,
Misty could never do that, so she would never punch the computer.
no, of course not.
So what
No.
are your thoughts about destiny? Tell me your thoughts.
I've always gone back and forth on it. When I was younger, I thought everything was destiny. Like as a little kid, every single thing seemed like destiny. No coincidences. Everything had a purpose. Every butterfly flutter made something happen on the other side of the world. You know that story. You've
Yeah.
heard that before, right?
Oh yeah.
Like that's the destiny. Everything's destiny. There's this. It's not. it can seem random, but it's not. There's no randomness. Everything happens as it is. And I really did believe everything was stamped like in time. And that's just how it always would play out no matter what. When I got a little older, I thought we had free will only, and there was no such thing as destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably in my 20s. And then in my 30s, and probably thinking along the lines of where some things are just destined and some things are not. And we have some wiggle room in
Mm-hmm.
our map or whatever. But
Yeah.
now I believe what you're talking about. And like to put it a little like more deep, like they're going farther into it. Like it feels like when destiny and free will are. Oh yeah. Well, first I forgot one point of view. That's where I was starting to stutter at. One point of view I had right before this one was that we had an infinite many destinies and we could choose them. Every action is one, but I think one could be is that destiny isn't an action in life, a physical action. Destiny is something that we evolve spiritually as. It can
Yeah.
happen a million ways.
I
But
like that.
that's the destiny. It's not like I will marry Chris and be happy ever after. And he was always, and that's not my destiny necessarily. But it
Right.
was to find love and accept love and to have love in my heart and really feel it and stuff like that. So that was part of my soul's destiny. Say it that way.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
how I got there. However, I got there through my choices. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I like
kind of
that.
what I think it is. So it's not. The destiny is more the concept than free will. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just our free will is how we fulfill our destiny, I think.
So, name something that you think that's happened in your life that you really believe was your destiny.
The boys, Spencer
Yeah.
and Terry, yeah,
Yeah. I would agree with that with my girls.
they're my destiny. And
Yeah.
most of my cats, I mean, pretty much all my cats I've felt some really strong connection with, but some have
Yes.
been animals, pets, lots of pets, other people's pets even.
Yes.
And that what I actually told my ex-husband that one day. I thought it was pretty close to when we broke up. When I left him. It was that, if I had a purpose in this life, I think that was it. If there's such a thing as a purpose, just one, I think I've done mine.
Hmm.
I was able to raise him, help raise the boys, and um, that was a reward for me too, because I just love having them in my life. I love
Oh, I
having
know.
great. They're wonderful. I loved having kids, and I didn't think I wanted any.
Yeah.
And I did. It was great. I hadn't had to go through birth.
I know. It's such a
That
blessing.
cycle's so weird to me. I don't. I'm weird for. I've heard other women feel it who understand this point of view, but the pregnancy thing always grossed me out a lot.
Yeah.
And bellies usually, although I have seen a pregnant belly recently, and I thought it was so cute and beautiful, but
Yeah.
usually they used to. Give me
Yeah.
heebie-jeebies and pain feelings,
Yeah.
and angst and worry over baby dying, and it's one thing I woke up
Yeah. And a
like
lot of people do feel like that. Like Justin, my husband, felt the same way about having kids. He just didn't want to raise kids in today's society because
I
he
agree
knew
with
he
that
was such
too.
a worrier. He worried about everything. He didn't want that extra worry on him and to have to worry about a child and raising one.
That's a
But
lot of what I
now,
thought too.
yeah, but now that he has had a child, um, I'm sure his thoughts have changed a lot about that
Oh, I'm sure mine
because that
too.
was his destiny to have a child.
Yeah, and I guess it was mine whether I liked it or not.
It was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was my choice to marry Mikey and had two stepsons. It was my choice,
Yes,
but I wanted it once I met them. I
of
mean,
course. You
I
couldn't help but
love
love
them.
them.
Yeah, they're just wonderful. They meant that's what it mean. A destiny. I
Hmm.
remember the moment I met Spencer and the moment I met Terry. I saw Spencer when I was driving up to the house or where they lived, and I pulled up, and he's just standing on the porch waving. And the
Hmm.
first time I saw Terry, I walked in that house in Hillsboro, and he was sitting on the couch playing a video game, a PS2 game, and he looks over. and he just assesses me, and I can see this 9-year-old knows everything about me.
Mm-hmm.
He assesses
Mm-hmm.
everything, and he's just like, okay, we know what's going on now. And he's right back to his video game. I loved him right away. I love them both
Yes,
right away. And it was like that felt like destiny.
it is.
Felt like destiny. What do you think destiny feels like? Can you think of a time that felt like destiny?
Well, I think that any time when you have that no feeling,
No feeling.
like
Oh,
there's no explaining it, there's no explanation for it. It's just that no. When you know something is right and you know that it's meant to happen, I think that's when you know it's your destiny.
yeah. I think that's perfect. Yeah. And what do you think your destiny might be? One of them, or
I
your
think that one of them is to help people. I always have this feeling of always wanting to help people, no matter what situation it is, or whatever I can do. I think part of my destiny is to help get rid of some of the bad in this earth and replace it with good, however that may play out. And some of it I already have.
yes,
So, but I think that I will continue to do that, or I know that I will continue to do that.
I know you
What
will.
about you?
I think one that may still be to come is to learn to love myself and someone else and not get codependent. That's a lesson I've got to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to learn right now.
Yeah,
Not
that's a hard one,
identify with someone I'm in love with as though I am them. You know,
right? Because you're still you.
I want to
No
stay
matter
that
where
way.
you are or what you do, you're
Yeah.
always still you.
I don't know if that's something I would do in past relationships just because I didn't know any other way or if they kind of pushed me that way. But I was very afraid to leave the house for forever, for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
on and off. So I didn't have many friends because I'd have to go see them and I couldn't leave.
Right.
And as eventually when when I moved into Decatur in like 2010, 2011, people started come see me because I was right there and I
Mm-hmm.
had more friends. But I still had those codependent tendencies to identify with the person I am in love with, and think that I should or we should do things as a unit, that kind of thought, and
Right.
everything. And
Right.
I think it's my second ex-husband felt I think he agrees with that. I think if we sat down and had a conversation about that codependent kind of part of the relationship, because we did then, he said, I like the codependent. And I was like, I don't like that, and I think he'd say it now that he didn't like it either. And that was a big part of the fights and the problems, the power struggle
Right.
with codependent. And there's always a power struggle for
Mm-hmm.
identity, if both of you
Mm-hmm.
are codependent on each other. I think
Yeah,
that,
that's never a good
I mean,
thing.
this isn't a happy part of my destiny, but it's like, something, but I think it will
It
be.
is.
I think it'll be a happy ending. It'll
Yeah.
be a 10 of
Yeah.
cups. Let's go. We listeners, we brought our tarot decks, a couple tarot. I brought my Kitty Quest tarot deck that I created. And
And I
Misty,
got my wild goddess oracle cards.
oh, she loves those. Those ones you're going to give me the reading with tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh,
They're
yes.
awesome.
We thought we'd ask the cards a few questions. Maybe we'll ask the cards the questions we asked us. We can remember them. We can
Well,
ask them the cards. I'll ask the cards one card that represents what destiny is from the tarot's point of view, whatever the tarot may be. And in this case, the tarot, I'm asking you, what do you think is your card for what destiny is? I draw the Queen of Pentacles. Well,
and what does that mean to you?
to me, it means a very personal meaning for my destiny, not what is destiny. It's being a mother and
Mhm.
being a creator and taking care of yourself, not being codependent. She's
Yeah.
codependent in reverse. But let me read
Yeah.
the book description because that's Ouija. I love this. I love my Miss Ouija as the Queen of Pentacles because she was the mama. Oh, she was the mama. Oh, she mama. Mama Ouija is the Queen of Pentacles. She birthed both Roxy and Aria, but every cat has been and can be her kids. She teaches all meows how to take care of themselves by example and with a bit of a doting paw. Ouija is niece to Morgana, and she is Spooky and Osho's granddaughter. She is the life cat. She brings security, health, love, wisdom, and beauty into every cat's life. Ouija hasn't been unhealthy in any way, even in the worst times. But if she ever gave in to her lower energy, she would be the type of cat to beg for treats all the time, use her beauty as a kitty trap, and probably eat all the food, drink all the water, and dirty the litter boxes without regard to any cat. No cat can imagine such a Ouija, so they don't even try. So, this is the advice is, well, as a divinatory outcome, as a destiny. I have my keywords: mother figure, being a mother, good boss, good income, nurture over nature, love for and teaching of practicality. I'll never. That's what I aspire to. Being practical. I can't imagine ever teaching it to somebody.
Right, right.
So
That
that's
would
the
be a hard
tarot's
lesson.
answer to me. What it wants to tell me destiny is this card, Queen of Pentacles in the Kitty Quest Tarot. So you want to do that?
Yeah, I had one that I was gonna do, but then I just drew one and I thought this is perfect. This
Okay.
is what I need to do. So I got the warrior, and that relates to me like big time. And the warrior is about it's about knowing that you have the power to defeat negative thinking. Learn to understand cope with your greatest enemy, your own fear. And I was just talking about, defeating negativity
Right.
and bringing more positive into my life
These are
and
really
into the
personal
world.
to us. These are personal to you and me, and
Right.
it's to everybody.
Yes.
Because
And it,
what you said resonated with me anyway, too. Like feeling like I have to help people. I have to, but I
right.
want to help people. I want to. Yeah.
Right. Right. We both have that same want and need. I think that's why we do the podcast.
Yeah, I
You
think.
know, but on the warrior, it says that the warrior is distraught. And it says that perfectism has produced procrastination, which has produced regret and fear. She knows that worry, like fear, is a valuable natural desire to protect ourselves from future pain by remembering past experiences and anticipating problems. She has forgotten, however, that we are all also being practical and logical when we let our success inform and transfer our life, and not just our failures, real or imagined. The appearance of the warrior in your reading is a reminder that overthinking, worry, and fear can stop you from enjoying your life if you let them rule it. Most of your past anxiety was a waste of time, which I love that. And let's say that again. Most of
Thank
your
you.
past anxiety was a waste of time. Living a successful life does not mean you will forget what you know. What is important is how quickly you recover your equilibrium and give the other business of living and get on to business with living. When we learn from
I
our
thought you said
mistakes,
something else.
huh?
I thought you said something else. God.
Uh, when we learn from our mistakes, they transform into valuable educational experiences.
That's cool. That's
And
really
that was a
cool.
lot with you too.
Yeah.
Like, I got when I said that, you know, most of your past anxiety was a waste of time. I know that you can feel that as well
That's
in
why
your
I was like,
relationship.
I
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
you know, and living a successful life does not mean that you will forget what you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just have to accept it and move on.
Yeah.
But you don't have to forget it
Yeah. Yeah.
in order to grow.
Change and grow. Yeah. She's about growth, Queen of Pentacles. She's always growing.
But
So
yeah,
I'm gonna ask the cards. What's the other questions we asked each other? We haven't asked about free will. Let's ask the cards what it thinks
yes.
free will is. What's your card for free will? Tarot. Kitty Quest Tarot. What's this card? I get the Emperor.
Ooh,
Or what did you get?
I got the mermaid.
Oh, that's rad. Well, I got the Emperor, and it's in the tarot is a major arcana, number 4. In mine, it's got the Micah on it, as who I called him, my Siamese cat. For me personally, as a free will thing, this is very appropriate to what I believe about free will. Like,
Mhm.
I'm the boss of me.
That's right.
And you.
And everybody else around.
Ironically,
That's right.
ironically.
That's
So,
right.
I think that's perfect answer. And let me see what the book says. I think, yeah, I think that's the right answer
Yes.
from
I
my
love this.
perspective.
This is so fun.
That nailed me. The Micah is the emperor and symbolic father of all cats. They know he's the boss, the cat, the one who lays down the rules. The Micah is in control of any situation. Sometimes he struggles so good with the other cats that they feel he is a great and benevolent leader, and at other times he abuses his power over others, taking other cats' food stuff and lashing out when he's in a mood. The
Mm-mm.
Micah cat, however, although an authority in all things practical and feline, is concerned with his position, stature, and social standing. He could be a lawyer, he could be a president of cats the world around, or he can be a creative business owner. When he says yes or no, there are no questions asked.
Oh, okay.
So as
Okay.
a divination, let's see, the divinatory meaning in this my guidebook with the keywords is wow, your role as a father and a good one. Your father is significant, owner of a business, will have the power, the law or government is involved, and yes.
And yes.
Those are the options for
Sweet.
the some options that I suggest as
I
can.
like that. So what does that mean to you?
Well, I think for me, I realized that's kind of what I was talking about before. Like, I'm the boss of me and you.
Okay.
That's why it's ironic because it's not really you taking free will away from other people. It shouldn't be free will.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
yeah, that's just
It
kind of
should
ironic.
cost something, right?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So what did you get?
Okay, so I got the mermaid, and I love the mermaid card.
Ooh.
The short meaning for the mermaid is look below the surfaces of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they may seem. And it says that the mermaid is able to bridge the worlds of water, air, and earth. She sits on a rock that is in the tip of a mountain rising from the immense depths of her watery home. The pearl of the opening oyster exemplifies the spiritual truth of how small irritations can produce valuable results. The appearance of the mermaid in a reading is a reminder that if we are unable to keep our heads above water or to be comfortable floating with the currents in which we find ourselves, we can feel alone and powerless. Like an island, we can be cut off from others and all sources of solace if we also allow our emotional reaction to work against our best interest. Placing our awareness firmly in what we know to be true beyond question is an effective way to avoid feeling lost and overwhelmed by fear, anger, negativity, envy, lust, and jealousy.
Dang, that's a good answer to what free will is, I think.
Isn't it though?
What was the
It,
name of the card again?
the mermaid.
Mermaid. Oof, wow.
And I think that what it's saying is that you know we need to look at all points of view of things at all times and not just our own
Yeah.
in order to get a good feeling of something. Like, there's two sides to every story kind of thing. We
Yeah.
need to make sure that we're listening to everything before we evaluate and make a decision in
And
life.
it says we have free will to make a decision.
And we do have free will to make
Yeah.
a decision. Yeah.
That's what
But
a
to
decision
make
is.
that decision, you need to look at all, corners of it and say, okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
is this the best decision for me or is it not?
That's
Well,
what
this is
free
going to
will is
make this
about.
person feel this way or this person feel
Yeah.
that way, and I think that's good. And
Awesome.
in that way you won't feel that fear and anger and jealousy because you'll have all this pushed away.
Yeah.
You know, you won't have to worry about it, that they'll all be pushed to the side because you'll know that you made that right decision.
Perfect. I love
Hmm.
it. I love
I
it.
love that too.
Whew. Man, this is such a good podcast.
I know it could go
On my
on and
end,
on and
on
on.
my end, I'm having so much fun. I'm
I
enjoying this.
know.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that.
I
Thanks for
know.
listening, guys.
I am
I
too.
hope you're enjoying it too, listeners. Um, so the last question I think we asked each other, we asked other questions. So we asked, what does destiny mean to us? I think we covered that with these cards too, in a way, we just pulled. And the last question we were asking each other was, um, you remember what the three questions we kind of asked each other were? I just can't remember what the
No, I
love
cannot
the
forget.
question. So I thought that was one I really wanted to pull a card asking about free will and destiny. Is there any cards? Well, Gandalf wanted to say something. Did you hear that?
Yes, I
Stood on
did.
stood
Gandalf
on
wants
the
to
ship.
tell us about free will
Yeah, and
and what he thinks.
his butt in
Mhm.
my face.
That's right. He thinks about that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I think about it, Gandalf. You're gonna have to smell my rollerball again. Oh, he's just opening it. He goes away.
Well, there is one that I do want to share, and this one, I did have kind of a rough day. Just experiencing everyday life things, nothing too traumatic, but just, things come up in life.
Yeah,
And I pulled a card
big
this
things.
morning and I got the Sage card, and this one was so beautiful. And I want to read it because I think everybody could get something out of it.
Yes, I agree.
And the Sage, it says, look at your situation with a mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. Examine um, the aging process and mastery. And basically, what it means is the sage looks at us as if she knows our future and she will be lucky enough to have one. She thinks and feels as young as ever, but is much wiser about what is truly valuable: health, love, and peace of mind, and more appreciative of every day that she is lucky enough to waken up to, which I think we should all be, thanking ourselves every day that we're lucky to wake up.
Yeah,
She knows the most of those who are younger than her have no idea what it is to be older, except for those who are wise beyond their years. The appearance of sage in your reading is an indication that you should endure to look at the present situation from a long-term perspective, as if you were older, wiser, more tolerant, and more appreciative of the good fortune you have come to know and love. Examine your fears, assumptions, and ingrained prejudices about older people and growing old yourself. Let the sage in your life know you love, appreciate, and respect them. And I think that that's a lesson for all of us because, older people are wiser. They have been through more than we have. I mean, some people can actually try to put themselves in an older person's shoes, because they are an older soul, but they can still learn from an
put him
older
in that
person.
body.
Right. You can
That's
still
a
learn so
70-year-old
much.
body with aches and pains everywhere. And
Yes. And every day that passes by, the older that we get and the wiser that we get. And I just think that was perfect for today. And I just wanted to share that because I think everybody needs to hear that, that
thank you, Misty. That was she read it to me, listeners, before the podcast, and I thought it was just I
it's just
love it.
beautiful. I love
Really
it.
is. Yeah, I love
Because I
it.
mean, today's society, it's like everybody doesn't want to grow older. They don't want to get the wrinkles and they don't want to look older. And, it's such a horrible thing. But is it really? Is it
Yeah.
really such a horrible thing? We're all going to do it. We're all going to have it. We're all going to get older, whether we like it or not. Why not embrace it?
Yes. I've
And,
always looked forward to it personally because I
yes,
like being young. I was confused and sad and lonely.
yes.
And when as the older I get, the happier I get, the more I love myself,
And
the
the
more
more you
I
know yourself.
enjoy things. And sometimes I still have a hard time, like old ways.
Yeah.
But it's I feel like I'm here to learn, like evolve my soul,
Hmm.
basically, or whatever my soul might be, my
Yep.
essence, and evolve it and to make it as unique as possible every time I come around, whatever form of
Right. Learning. I'm the same way. I feel the same way about that.
I
And so
love
why
it.
not get advice from a wiser person?
Yeah, exactly. And wisdom, the wise person will probably talk about, free will and destiny and sum it up in a sentence for you. And I have to listen to a whole podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They could say it in 2 words probably.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. 3 words.
You need three.
That's what I'm saying to my
Well,
20-year-old self.
if they had free will lean toward that, they could use 2 words.
Yeah, that's right.
So, let's see. What else? I want to ask the cards something else just before we let our listeners go back to thinking about free will and destiny and what you guys think it's about. Because I have a feeling it's a spiritual question.
Oh
You don't
yeah,
ask that question if you're not looking at your spiritual side, I don't think.
you're right.
Um, I would like to ask the cards what my destiny might be, other than what we've talked about.
Okay,
That
that's
was
good.
what was something we asked each
Our
other. What do you think your
destiny.
destiny was?
Yeah.
One of my destinies, or a destiny, or the destiny that I'm here that I have maybe not done, or emotionally evolved. Which one have I? How am I going to emotionally evolve still? I get the sun reversed.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's interesting. It's kind of like it's like I don't know. Since I'll see it's like shedding light. Usually, I pull another card when I see the sun reversed, but I'm just going to see the sun reversed in my book. So usually it's just the same thing. I think is how I have it, or it could be burnout. In different
Yeah.
decks, it means different things, and I think in this one, I put it being like getting kind of tired. And yeah, you always do that with this deck. I always pull another card to see what it's shedding light on.
Hmm.
This is what the book says. The sun is number 21 in the tarot, major arcana. Look at all the happy cats in the sunshine. They never get tired of it. Ouija, Roxy, and Aria pile up in a sunbeam. Luna prowls in the daytime yard. Einstein offers a gaze from his perch in the window. Morgana and the Micah lounge in the rays sun's rays. Poof grooms by the light of the sun. What brings a cat the most happiness? Only they know, but when the sun is out, the cats must play in the light, roll in the grass sunlight, rent and roll in the grass sunlight makes greener than ever, frolic as kits do. And generally moods are spiffy great, as are attitudes. These kitties know what happiness means, what feeling fantastic is all about. Their cat love shines like the sun itself when they feel the fire within and without. So the sun's always been in the happiness card. So reversed is looking. I've been looking for
Inner
happiness my
happiness.
whole life. Yeah, inner
Yeah,
happiness.
inner happiness.
Oh,
That's
you
what I
nailed
got.
that. I bet. This,
Yeah.
this says, um, be careful what you wish for. Understanding something important. Burning out or outcome you're not happy with, or shedding light on something, burning out, feeling like something is always missing or no. But I think you said it's right. The inner, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Because that's what we're all looking for,
the
is
inner
that inner
happiness.
happiness.
That's exactly that. I'm going to remember that. It's going to be one of my
I
meanings.
love that.
That's like beautiful
I
to say.
love that meaning. That just gave it a whole new meaning. I love
Me
that.
too. It's a meaning reversed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it again, one more time.
Inner happiness.
I want
Uh,
it.
gotcha.
It's my destiny. So you got to do your destiny card. One of your destiny's purposes. What do you, your soul here to
Let me see.
destinize?
My destiny card is going to be.
Oh gosh.
One.
Oh no.
I got the card that says the fortune teller.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, that's hilarious.
That is funny. Now, you can't tell me these cards,
I
are
want them.
real. They really
That's great.
are. I have proof. The message of the fortune teller is to being open to possibilities and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers from the wild goddess oracle that can help you help others. The fortune teller welcomes to her reading table all who have questions, but they must be prepared to receive the truth, but not just the answer they seek. For ever since human beings recognized that there was a future, there's also been universal curiosity about what future holds in store. Like all good readers, she is not only highly intuitive and skilled in reading her cards, but she is also understanding, communicative, tolerant, courageous, practical, and totally discreet. The appearance of the fortune teller in your reading is an indicator that you either already possess or need to foster the above qualities, which are introduced to any good fortune teller's skill set, and make use of them in your situation. The fortune teller might also be recognizing in a kindred spirit with a special gift for using an oracle deck to answer questions like those you have asked. Shall I say any more?
Wow. Chapow.
I love these cards. This deck is amazing.
Yeah, dang, that was great.
And
On
and,
that
and
note,
listeners, we asked what my destiny was, and that's what popped out of all those cards.
That's so freaking awesome. That's what our Oracle class is going to be about, guys. And we're starting. We don't
Yes.
have a date yet. We're getting together tomorrow
Yes.
in people's places and in person at my place, and we're gonna make the schedule for the classes in February and record our remote viewing podcast, hopefully. But we don't
Fun.
know.
So
Destiny
much
or free
fun.
will could take over, and we might not get to. But we'll see what happens. Or something totally different might
You never know with us.
happen. So, Misty, any last words on destiny and free will?
I think that when incorporated with the tarot in this lesson that we're doing today, or this talk, this podcast, I think that it was so cool the way everything kind of spirit told us what to say in the podcast this time, which I
Yeah,
loved. And we don't get to do that much.
yeah,
So
you're
I
right.
love that.
I
Yeah, it
love
had a
that
lot to
too.
do with spirituality,
It
and
was it was really what really made me feel really opened up anyway. I
it
mean,
did.
talking about that kind of topic with
It
you and
did.
I,
It
you're
opened you
usually
up a
so
lot.
silly and stuff. I felt like we got vulnerable and stuff. Yeah,
We did. We opened up, and we got it out, and I loved that.
I love it too, Misty. I just think you're the best.
I love you too.
Me too. There's no
We have
reason
so
I'm
much
laughing.
fun, guys. We just do.
She just made a face at me and it made me giggle.
Just can't help it.
Oh, you just don't know what we're doing. I'm just kidding. Nothing. Love listeners, we love you, and we want to tell you about someone else we love, and it's Everclear.
We
Everclear is
do.
an advice app, and it's a website, everclear.com. You can get your advice from psychics and empaths, so you can create the life you deserve and get some clarity you need. And I work there as an advisor named Lisa P. And my link to my profile is on the website at www.wearepsychic.com. Misty, you should see her. I'm trying to hold it together, man. And www.com, we're all psychic. We also have stuff for sale. I'm gonna go on and on advertising because she's just killing me with these faces. And I have some rings on there. I'm always happy to make a custom ring that if I have all the stuff for, usually about $40. Just write
And
me.
they're beautiful, beautiful
Thank
rings.
you, Misty. I love making rings the most. I make earrings.
Oh,
I
they're
make
so
other
beautiful.
stuff too, but that's my
She's
favorite.
gonna make me a new ring one day.
Anytime, girl. And we were talking about
Yeah.
one special one. So
Yes. She's gonna make me a beautiful diamond ring, and I can't wait.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. And listeners, we love you. And
We
we
do love you, listeners.
thank you. I thank you so much.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't do it.
No, and Misty, I love you and thank
I
you.
love you, Lisa. And hey, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't do this either.
I have more for you. I obviously wouldn't do this either.
Wouldn't be doing nothing.
Listen to the podcast, you know that.
I've been doing this.
And look at Frank. He's had his ear inside out for like half the podcast.
I know it drives me nuts.
So, Frank, thank you for being awfully cute.
Yes, Frank. Thank you for being a little toad.
Wherever you are, wherever you may be, have a great time and peace out.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.